cage, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? For most of us, it's this. The commercially manufactured cage. What I like to call the pet store cage. So we're anxious to get our pig home and all set up. So first thing we do is we put that nest box in there, make it nice and cozy. Nest box of our pig glue. We want them to get plenty to eat, don't we? So we're going to put the hay rack right in there, give him plenty to eat. Make sure he stays hydrated. So we're going to want to add a water bottle to this. There we go. Nice water bottle. So there it is. It's all set up. Pig paradise. Just put a little bedding in there and we're all set to go. So now all we need to do is add our pig, Charlie in this case. Here he is, Charlie. He's all set up now in his guinea pig cage. Does that look like he's got a lot of room? Not really. Okay. Some people say that having your guinea pig live in one of these cages is like a person living in their bathroom for their entire life. To me, it's almost like more like a front porch. You come out of your house and you have to live on something the size of your front porch. There he goes back in his house. A new technology called CNC, or cubes and coroplast cages, has emerged over the last couple of years. And it's called CNC because the grids that form the cage were originally used to build storage cubes, and coroplast because the black plastic bins are made of corrugated plastic with the brand name of Coroplast. I like to call the CNC cage the popular secret, and it's popular because there's thousands of them out there that have been built over the last few years, either as do-it-yourself projects or ordered as kits. And a secret because probably 90% of guinea pigs are still incarcerated in these small pet store cages because that's what's being mass-produced today. So the purpose of today's video is to change your concept of what a guinea pig cage is from this to this. A much nicer and healthier environment. Now admittedly, this is a very large cage. At Bluestone Commerce, this is one of the largest cages we make. It's meant to hold about 6 guinea pigs. And so we make a variety of cages, and you can certainly get a smaller one than this. But a point I'd like to make is we don't make any that are this small. We just consider this to be an unhealthy environment for your guinea pig. Now your guinea pig's life is going to be a lot better once you've gotten them into a bigger cage, a CNC cage or otherwise, but we believe that here at Bluestone Commerce that a guinea pig cage should make your life a lot better too. And one problem we see with a lot of cages, and CNC cages included, is that you're provided with quite a small opening to work with. One problem we see with having a small opening is just reaching in and grabbing them. You can only get one hand in there. You can't get both hands. They tend to scurry around. Now a cage of this size may have as much as 10 to 20 pounds of litter in it. So when it comes time to clean your cage and you have to shovel 10 to 20 pounds of litter out of this thing, and you have to reach the entire cage and pull 10 to 20 pounds of wet bedding out of this thing, gets to be a tedious chore. And then after you've done that, you've got to clean the cage bottom with a vinegar and water solution using a sponge, and you got to be able to reach this whole entire area through this tiny opening. Then following that, you're going to replace the bedding, 10 to 20 pounds, again shoveling it in through this tiny opening and spreading it over, make sure it reaches all areas of this cage. So this whole enterprise becomes quite a tedious proposition working through this tiny hole. It's just not the optimum situation. This particular cage is called the Bluestone Commerce Mega Tower. It happens to be a 1x3 multi-level configuration, and it's built as a low profile cage or a slim profile cage. If you look at it from the side, it sits very tight to the wall in case you don't have a whole lot of room for a cage. And it has a few innovative solutions to that small opening issue that we just discussed. So to begin with, the whole entire top or roof of this cage is a lid that swings right up out of the way. It gives you access to the entire first level. You can get both hands in here to pick up your pig. It's easy to feed your pig. It's easy to clean this cage. It gives you access. You can do all kinds of routine maintenance tasks through the lid very easily. But wait, we've added more time and labor saving features to this cage. The entire front of this middle section folds down. We call it a tailgate, similar to the concept of a tailgate on a pickup truck. Allows you complete access to this entire middle level. So once again, easy to pick up your pigs, easy to clean, easy access to that central level. Now the bottom level is also equipped with this tailgate feature. In addition, the 5-inch chloroplast wall folds down just like this. It allows easy cleaning. You can put a wastebasket down here. Just simply scrape the bedding out, soiled bedding. Just using a simple dustpan here. Scrape all the bedding out into a waste bin here. Makes it very easy. And then once you've done that, it's very easy to clean all areas of this cage with a vinegar and water solution. We've developed a trick for cleaning this particular cage here at Bluestone Commerce. First thing is to remove these ramps. They're simply hooked on, so they're very easy to remove. Then after that, take a shovel, or in this case a dustpan, and simply scrape all the soiled bedding down into this ramp hole on the top level. It'll fall down to the next level. Then take and scrape all the bedding from this level, from the top 2 levels, down into that ramp hole. It'll fall down into the first one. And from there, we simply scrape it out into our waste bin. When the time comes to put fresh bedding in, the top is no problem. You just simply open the lid and pour it in. The middle level and the bottom levels both have access through the tailgate. In either case, you can just simply lift the ramp out of the way, pull this out a little bit, and it allows you to pour your bedding along the front edge and just simply spread it out to the rest of it. Same thing with this middle layer. So you can see that this cage, with its large access openings, in each case, on each level, these access openings run the entire length of the cage. So you can see how much easier it is for you to clean and maintain your cage than it is through one of these tiny little access holes that you get with other cages. Now this is a connector of choice for most CNC or chloroplast and cube cage sellers. It's a simple press-on connector. You just simply press it on, and actually that's the advantage of this thing. It's really easy to apply. You just push it on, and to us at Bluestone Commerce, that's also the disadvantage of this thing, because if you can just press it on, you can also pull it off, or it can vibrate off. And so what we've done is we believe we've upgraded. And this is the connector we use. This is a tie wrap, or you may know it as a zip tie or cable tie. Very simple device. But the advantage of this is this has a 50-pound tensile strength. Now here we have a couple of excerpts from a video that I made previously comparing the strength of press-on connectors that a lot of sellers use to put together their CNC cages. Here's a 10-pound weight on a joint that's put together with 2 press-on connectors. As you can see, 10 pounds makes that joint fail quickly. Now here's a joint made with 2 tie wraps, 2 cable ties or tie wraps, and there's 50 pounds on this. Not 10 pounds, 50 pounds. And I'm going to attempt to lift that 50 pounds. And you can see I have difficulty holding that, but that joint is solid. It's still together. Those last demonstrations should have made it obvious. Cable ties or tie wraps make an extremely sturdy and strong cage. This is a cage that's going to last not only for years, but for decades. Around where I live, a cage like this would cost you around $35 to $45 at a pet store or at a mall. So you could just imagine what a cage like this would cost. I mean, that's even if you could find something like that. I've seen exotic bird cages smaller than this in the $700 to $800 range. I'm sure you have too. And that's a lot more than you'd pay for this cage. Obviously, this is a lot of cage for the money, and when you consider that the average guinea pig lives around 5 years or so, the investment in this cage works out to be only around $2 a month. And if you own multiple pigs, let's say you owned 3 pigs and you had to buy 3 pet store cages, you'd spend more than you would to buy this cage. And even if you only owned 1 pig and you just wanted her to be a very happy pig, you're only talking about an extra less than $1.50 per month over buying that small pet store cage. And just imagine how much happier her life would be.